Hello, welcome to another episode of Next Level Slayer. I am your host, Crystal Lauren, and in this episode, we're talking about TikTok sellers that sell in their DM. What does that mean? Are you someone that sells an item on TikTok, not in the TikTok shop, but you post images of whatever you sell? For instance, I sell beaded pens and I post beaded pen videos for people to buy. And then they want to buy, I have a link in my bio that sends them to my Shopify store. Previous to my Shopify store, I had people going to my Etsy shop. But those of you that may not have a Etsy store or a Shopify store, you just have people DM you, you send them your cash handles to let them know how much tell them how much it is. They ask for your cash handles to pay, and you get their address, you ship the item. Okay, I created this app specifically for you. Okay, it is a public mobile first shop page. Each seller can drop straight into a TikTok DM, no login, no app installed, no back and forth. So we're going to get into how this will actually work. So someone DMs you. Wouldn't it be nice to, instead of going back and forth, to say, hey, which item are you trying to buy? Saving the buyer the hassle of sending you the image that they saw on your TikTok page to let you know what they want to buy, you texting your cash handle information in, telling them the price, all of that, getting their address to ship the item. Well, this is going to make life easier for your buyers and yourself. All right, this app. So let's get into exactly what it does. Orders arrive as DM screenshots and have finished notes. So it handles not customers. Buyers are at TikTok at in a thread. No address, no history, no record. So you don't have a way to keep track of your customers. So when a TikTok some buyer wants to buy, you see their handle, but you have to write it down, or you see, you have to go through your messages to find that person that bought what, and that is a hassle, okay, for you. Payments in 3 apps. So you have Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. Um, they send you the screenshots. You have to go verify that. So, yeah. And then shipping guesswork. Who paid? Who shipped? The answer lives in someone's memory. So you have to go back and remember, okay, this person's paid for it. What's that person's name? What did they send? Okay, what did they buy? You have to write all of that down, right? A storefront that lives in a DM. What does that mean? Every seller profile generates its own public link. You send it, and the buyer picks the product, checks out, gets payment instructions all in one tap through. Okay, so no login. The buyer doesn't have to make an account. It's mobile friendly. It's seller branded, meaning you can put your shop name, your logo on it, and public by design. Products are profile read openly, so people can see what you have to offer. You can add your products in here. The buyer DMs you, hey, I like this. How can I get it? You send them this link, and it takes them to your storefront of all the items you sell. The image, 3 taps to a paid order. They browse, you have an image of what you sell, the price. They tap to add it to their cart. Nothing else to read, nothing else to decide. All right. check out the TikTok handle name and shipping address. The handle is how the seller finds them. So when they add it to their cart, they see your cash handle information, they pay. You are able to see that they paid. They can let you know that they paid, and then you can ship their order. Cash handle details plus exact total and order number to reference. So they're going to see your cash handle information. No more typing it back in every DM. No more copying and pasting it in every DM, or however you give it to your buyer. All right. Only what sells. Active products only. Pull live from the seller's catalog. Image, name, price, add button. No description to write. A running cart with quantities in total, always in reach. Header carries the seller's shop name and logo. So you're able to put all of that in this app. The buyer leaves knowing exactly what to send and where. So they have your cash app handles, they know what their total is, they have an order number, plus the seller defaults payment note, a clear next step. Send payment, then the seller on the TikTok confirms. So once they receive payment, they can confirm that the payment has been received. So the buyer gets notified. Two buttons run the whole back office. All right, so that's their TikTok handle, their address. They bought three things, their total. You can mark when the payment is collected, you can mark when it's shipped. Um, Everything is done. You can do all of that within this app. All right, every seller gets their own shop. Okay, so your profile, your products, your storefront front link, and orders. So you're able to keep track of all of your information in one place. Okay. All right. So you set up a profile, you send the link, and they take the order. So someone DMs you from a video you posted, then they are able to order what they bought. But you load everything in here. So we're going to get into the app and how it looks. All right. Stay tuned. All right, we're right here at the dmstorefront.com login page. So we're going to go inside of it. So when you pay for this storefront, I'm just going to use one of my dummy accounts here. All right, so set up your storefront. So you'll create your shop and profile and start managing your products. All right, so let's say your shop name is candles, luxury, Lux Candle. All right. And then you're going to, well, let's say I'm going to just use my own business, my own store. Okay. Beadistry Designs. Okay. And then I can add my logo in here, which, let me see, I'll use that one. Then you'll put your cash handle tags in here. $, Beadistry Designs. Okay, let's just say I have Cash App and Venmo. My Zelle. Let's say that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just putting in 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then you're going to give them instructions. Please include your username in the payment note, your TikTok username. All right, you can save that, so you can save those settings. All right, so your storefront is set up, and this is the link that creates your store. All right, so we want to preview the storefront. You would go here, and if you had your products in here, it would show here, but we're not doing that yet. All right, so next we're going to add your products. Okay, so let's say you add a product, and let's say pen blue. I'm just gonna put something, or blue pen. And it's, you don't have to put an item number unless you want to. The price is $24.99. And if you want to put how much it costs for you to make the pen, you can do that. So let's say $10. And you want to do this because you want to be able to track your profit. Okay, that is a must. Tracking your profit is a must. It's in stock. You have only one. Then you can choose a product image. I'll just put that one as an example. Even though it's not blue, let's just put purple. All right, and then you add the product. Okay, so I'm going to, and if you want it to show on the storefront, you show it. Now let's say you add all of your products in here and something sells and you don't have any more of them. This is how you remove it from the storefront. You make it not visible. All right, so you add that product and it's added. So let's add another product. Let's say let's pen pink. And let's say that one is $22.99. It cost you $6 to make. You have two of those. Then you add the picture of it in here. I'm going to see if I know I have some pink pens in here. Okay, so I add that to the storefront. All right, so those items are added. I'm not going to keep adding items. So now when someone goes to your storefront, they are going to see what you have. Okay, I don't know why the pen, hold on, let me go back. So this is what they'll see, but let me go back and see why it's not showing the image. Must have didn't upload it properly. Okay, let's add a pen image in here. Okay, let's do that. Okay, now it's there. So now they'll see what you sell. So when you get the link, let me make sure okay, so this is what they'll see when they click on your store link. All right. So let's go back to the home page. This is your store link right here that you'll be able to copy and have someone go to. So let's do that really quick. Sorry, hold on a minute, guys. I'll share the page in a minute. Okay, so when they click your link that you send them, they're going to see everything you have to sell. Okay. Now this one doesn't have a pen in it, but oh well. Okay. So they'll be able to add this to their cart. Let's say they want to buy the purple one. They'll click checkout. And here is where they're going to put their TikTok handle at Keisha. Okay. Then they can put their name. And then their address, they're going to put that. Okay. Uh, let's see. Let's say they live in Chicago, Illinois. Okay. They got their information in here. They placed their order. All right. So what they're going to see next is send payment to one of the cash handles above. So see, they see your cash handles above here. They'll send it. They know how much to send. Send $24.99 to Big Street Designs. All right, they send you the money. Okay, so they can go back to the store if they want to, be done. All right, so you get the cash handle, right? So let's go back to, all right, so, you get the money. This is where you're going to see your orders pending. And you see here unpaid, pending, paid, shipped. So as soon as you see that she sent the money, you mark it payment collect. All right. And then you have her address to ship it. You ship it, is marked shipped. All right. And then it's marked complete once they have received it based on the tracking number that you're going to give them. You're going to give them the tracking number once you ship it. That is something you will DM them. All right, their tracking number. And then you would keep track of their um, their shipment at that time. So once it's complete, it's marked completed already. So we marked it complete. So that order is done. So imagine, and then let me show you guys this. Imagine this is where you're going to be able to keep track of your buyers, people that have bought from you previously, so you can market to them again. You can DM them. Now, you can DM them and say, hey, did you see this on my TikTok page? I know you wanted me to get you when I did a blue pen to let you know, or when I did a yellow pen, you wanted me to let you know I got one now. You can message them. So this ghost is somebody that added something to the cart. They they went to started the process, but they never send you the money. Okay. Those are ghosters. So you can mark buyers as ghosters. Okay. You can mark them as a good customer. You can mark them as somebody you need to watch, or you can block. So if you have somebody coming in here playing games with you, then you can block them. That way they can't order and do this anymore to you. Okay. So imagine being able to keep track of previous customers so that you can market again. My Beat Street Design business, I have a very high returning customer rate. I have repeat buyers. That's where a lot of my income comes from in my business, is repeat customers. So it is very important to be able to keep track of your customers. You may not have a email list set up yet, but you operate in your DM. So you see her handle, you can message her to, hey, Keisha, did you see this? And you can send it to them. So wouldn't this make life a lot easier for you if you were able to do this, have this available? Okay. Imagine that. This would be awesome. I mean, I have my Shopify store now and I love it. I'm making good money in it. It allows me to do a whole lot of things in there. So I'm past the point of, having to use something like this. But I definitely would have loved something like this prior to having my Shopify store. I probably wouldn't have done Etsy had I already created this app. I'm going to tell you that right now. So the cost of this will save you a lot of money than paying monthly fees. It's a um, high monthly fees. If you're not even making money. So to get access to this, there is going to be a link below for you to go get this app, and you'll be able to start using it, immediately. Start loading your products in it so that you can look a little bit more professional to those who buy from you. Someone DMs you, "Hey, I want to buy that." Or put this in your bio. Put this link in your bio. That way they can go straight to you. Okay? Now, if you like this app and you decide that you want to market it to others, I am going to start offering an affiliate program for this as well. So make sure you stay tuned for that. So this app right here is an app that I created that will make life easier for TikTok sellers that don't have a TikTok shop and they sell in their DMs. Could you use it in other platforms other than TikTok Shop? Of course. Could you use it here on YouTube? Of course. You can use it anywhere you like. But this was something that I felt like TikTok sellers needed. I mean, I sell on there myself, but I have them going to my website. But imagine having this easy thing done. All right. So if you like this content and you want to see more tools that I am going to be sharing that is going to be able to make life easier for you in your business, or you want a tool done, see a tool that you can possibly sell, a done for you tool that you can sell and make money from, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out. And until next time, I see you on the next level. Will you be there? I hope so. Bye bye.